legendary Pharaoh. The gift of Troy is a fabulous fabric from the land of the 5 rivers.
Years ago, when we came to Los Angeles, I really believed that the greatness of the Raiders would be in its future.
I ain't gonna do no Raider chance right now, man. I ain't gonna do no Raider chance, man. This is an ugly, ugly game. I shouldn't be even surprised, but man, but I want to stay consistent. I want to do these live play-by-game shows, man, live shows, man. But man, Raiders can't stop the run, and the Raiders offense continues to be terrible. Why even start Hoyer? I understand the logic, but man, it just looks bad. And oh my God, he gets the first down. Tyson Bagent just gets the first down. Let me try to get the play-by-play set up here. Let's see. Oh, where'd it go? Hold on 1 second. Play-by-play. Give me just a second here. Let's see. Show. All right, here we go. Come on. Come on. Oh, my God. Wow. Oh. Wow. The Raiders are down 14-3, and they just gave up a big play to the running back. They can't stop anybody right now. They definitely can't stop the run. Oh, this is such a bad team. Oh, man. Let me salute. Hey, man. Terrible game. Terrible game. Let's see. Alex Marquez, man, my guy, he says JMD needs to be fired. I'm going to leave this up here. I'm going to leave this up here for everybody to see. He needs to be fired, man. I don't know. I seen reports, too, saying that, I think from Hondo saying that, Josh McDaniels' job is pretty much safe for next season. But how is it safe if you're going to continue to show games like this? And we're going to play a team next week that's going to be better than the Bears, the Detroit Lions. Another run. Might be a first down. Hey, man, Patrick Graham can do all he can. Hey, man, he doesn't have that payroll that offense has. Wow. First down for the Bears. Evans with a nice move. Oh my God, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let me try to show the score real quick. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I gotta fix this. Hold on 1 second. Come on. Hold on 1 second. Let me get set up real quick. Man, this is an ugly game. I was hoping for maybe a strong response after that terrible first half, but man, this defense right now, they need a turnover bad. That's what they need. They need a turnover, a momentum playing. Come on, there you go. There you go. Hey, oh! Tyree Wilson almost got his first sack. Almost. Great pressure. Wow. Wow, Tyree Wilson almost had his first sack. Oh, man. Dang. All right, let me change the score real quick. My bad, y'all. I'm over here watching the game. Let's see. First down, man. Let's see if I can change this. I don't know why it's not showing the score, y'all. Hold on. Let's see. There you go. Back in business. Right now, Raiders losing 3-14, 14-3. And the Bears are... Oh, come on, let's get that sack. Oh, missed tackle. Wow, this is a terrible showing by the defense, man. Missed tackles. They're getting dominated in the run game. D-line is getting dominated. They're able to get some pressure there, but the secondary's not holding up. Average yards gained on first down, 6.7 by Chicago. Las Vegas, 3.7. Bears are 1-5 with an undrafted free agent QB right now. And we're losing 14-3. Is that a false start by that offensive tackle? Oh, screen pass. They get another first down. Man. My guy Ray in the building, man. Appreciate you coming through. He says, bro, I have no words. Hey, man. Look, I'm going to keep this up here. Alex Marquez has the message of the day. JMD needs to be fired. I don't want to see him back. Oh, Hoyer's starting. Like, come on, man. Like, and it's not like Hoyer is terrible, but it's not good enough. The offense is not getting it done. And coming out in the second half, and Hoyer missing some easy throws, one to Myers and one to Mayer. Come on now. Let me see. Let me look this up real quick. Oh, fade. Oh. No touchdown. Hey, way to fight that, Marcus Peters. Wait to fight to the end. A lot of people are going hard on Marcus Peters, and rightfully so. I mean, he hasn't been forcing turnovers. Well, he was brought here to be a ball hawk, but he's made some savvy veteran plays right there. Look, there you go. Wait to fight till the end. No touchdown. Ball moving. Didn't finish the catch. Out of bounds. Incomplete. 3rd and goal. It's still a game. I still have hope. I'm still being a Raider fan right now. I know I'm biased, but come on. Oh, make that tackle. Oh, my. Wow. They're making Dante Foreman look like one of the best running backs in the NFL. This is sad. Oh, man. It's crazy. Hold on 1 second. Why is it saying this? Thrash in the building. He says, this is why I can't be positive. Hey, man. Just like Ray said, man. I have no words right now. Terrible showing right now by the Raiders defense. But it's kind of, I kind of expected it. Not, you know what I mean? I know they've been playing well of late, but I expected the defense to be a work in progress. The offense, man, I spoke too soon on Marcus Peters, man. The dude just had a good play, and then he gets run over by the running back. My guy Thrash says, how no matter what team we play, even the worst, are always competitive. We never have a game where we're up several scores. Hey, man. That issue kind of predates. It almost predates Josh McDaniels. But I will say I'll take that back. We did have like at least one blowout game, I think, before Josh McDaniels. Maybe when Gruden was here, I think it might have been against Denver. You know, Denver's almost a guaranteed win for us. You know. Oh man, this is terrible, man. This is terrible. First home win for the Bears in over a year. Why does it always have to be the Raiders, man? And Ray, I don't know if you heard about the report that Josh McDaniels' job is safe before the game. Josh McDaniels' job is safe. How does that report even come out? Like, if Mark Davis brings back Josh McDaniels, it will show us how incompetent Mark Davis is as an owner. That's just my opinion. This team needs the team needs to be sold to another. Like it needs to be sold, man. If Mark Davis cannot make this decision, like this common sense decision that we're seeing, because eventually, you know, hey, look, the way this season's going, we're not going to win a lot of games. It is what it is. We're losing against one of the worst teams in the NFL. Coming in, they're 1-5, playing with an undrafted rookie free agent, and we scored 3 points, and they're up 21-3. If we were playing Madden, you know, everybody at some point has played Madden. If anybody hasn't, there's this 21 skunk rule. You got to give up the controller. I haven't played it in a minute, but you give up the controller if someone is winning 21, is up 21. And the Bears are up 21-3. At this point, you know what I mean? Does Aiden O'Connell come into the game? Hey, does Aiden O'Connell, please? We need to score. We need to score touchdowns. We need to find some way to score a touchdown. Get the rookie in there. Let him be aggressive. Let him throw it down the field. And you know what? It's not all on Josh McDaniels. I mean, look, at the end of the day, when the offense, the team doesn't do well, we quickly blame the quarterback. We quickly blame the head coach. But hey, man, Josh Jacobs is not having a good game. He doesn't look the player. He doesn't look like the same player he was last year. DBs are tackling him in open space. Hopefully, he proves me wrong right now. But down 21-3, Hoyer is still in the game. Wow. Come on. Wow. Second and 10. Hoyer's 10 for 20 for 93 yards. Why not put in the rookie, man? Put in the rookie. It's crazy. Let me get into the chat, man. I'm just over here watching the game, just talking. Just wanted to chop up some football, man. I was hoping maybe the Raiders can come back after half and maybe make a comeback. And it's still time left, but there you go. There you go. Give the ball to Mayer, man. The guy seems to always get an extra few yards after the catch. That's the first down. Yeah, the close game is definitely a problem before. Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, the year we went to the playoffs, we won a lot of close games. So it's definitely a McDaniels problem. And it's just frustrating to see that much talent on offense, and we're playing like this. We have 3 points on the board. And for anybody that says, "Oh, well, we missed some field goals," what is it going to be like? What, 9 points, 6 points on the board? Raider Ray says, "Why do you tell me that?" Yeah, man. I seen that. I'm like, what? But at the end of the day, it's great catch by Mayer, man. I like this tight end, Michael Mayer. So one bright spot where I could be like, oh man, we got a young piece right there. We got a nice young tight end. That's only going to get better. But Josh Mia continues to have Brian Hoyer out there down 21-3. And this is the guy that knows the offense it's like, man, come on, bro. 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left in the third. Hey, man, watch that clock. Man. Jacoby Myers, man, that dude. I know a lot of Raider fans were kind of questioning why are we getting a receiver in free agency, but this dude, he's a good player. Probably one of the best free agent pickups they had. Daniel Kim just said, just finished the church. Does Hoyer look that bad? He's not the solution. I'll say that. He's not the solution. I just overall the offense, they're just not playing well. I mean, coming after halftime, I felt like he missed some throws. Especially, oh, wow. Sack. That was a sack, man. Hoyer goes down. No, he made some good throws. I mean, they started early, giving the ball to Devontae Adams. They were able to get into field goal range. It was fourth and 4. I was kind of questioning, like, maybe they should go for it. After having a good start, they decided to kick the field goal. 41-yard field goal was missed by. Okay, 2nd down to 18. Hoyer drops back. Oh, flag. Man, this is terrible. But yeah, that first drive, like they got into field goal range. It was only 4th and 4, so I thought they were going to go for it, but instead they kicked the field goal and they missed it. They come back, score 7 points, and they've been running the ball like, man, they've been dominating defense. I'm not going to lie. The story of the game right now is the Raiders' defense has been dominated. and offense hasn't really done nothing to help. Okay, Hoyer finally throws it deep. Oh, that's pass interference. Pass interference. Thank you, Trey Tucker. There you go. That was the first deep ball attempt of the game. And we get a pass interference. I like it. Thrash. He did have a nice little throw to Devontae Adams. Oh, he has some plays. He has some plays where he made some nice plays. It's just the fact is, I think we're one-dimensional on offense. We can't run the ball. They've been able to take the run game out. They've been able to take the run game out, and it's put pressure on Hoyer, and the offense stalled out after a few first downs. Okay, nice catch by Jacobs. Man, Jacobs doesn't look like the same player from last year. I'm not going to lie. He does not look like the same player from last year. Ray says, this is why when you quit the game and restart it, Josh needed to hand over the control a long time ago. He needs to quit. He needs to quit immediately. Ravens are up 35-0 on the Lions. You know what that means, Ray? That means the Lions are going to be angry next week. And, man, that means the Lions are going to be angry. If they're losing 35-0, that's crazy. The god of hip-hop says, I've been saying all week we were going to lose. Fire Josh McDaniels. I hope, man. Hey, because if we get a high draft pick, we get a top 5, top 10 pick. I don't want this regime to be. I don't want them to have anything to do with deciding who the next quarterback of this team is going to be. Move this right here. Feel you, man. Fire Josh McDaniels. Fire Josh McDaniels and Marky Mark. The team sell the team to someone that really cares. I think Mark cares. I just think that he's just not. I don't know. He's not picking the right people. And if he decides to give Josh McDaniels another year after a tough season like this, like if we continue to see this type of football week in and week out, get dominated by teams, obviously better teams, but also play down to like weak opponents. Oh, man. I don't think he. I think Mark Davis, man, you got to question him if he brings back Josh McDaniels for another year. You got to question him. Check your Twitter. Ray, check your Twitter. Check your Twitter. It was on Raiders Beat, but they got it from Hundo. I believe Hundo was the one that pretty much said that Josh McDaniels' job was safe unless something catastrophic happened, like something specifically catastrophic happened, and he doesn't see that happening. So he's saying that, Josh McDaniels is going to be coming back for a third year. I hope not. We're losing 21-3 to the Bears, an undrafted rookie free agent to QB. This is our third or fourth straight time that if we lose this game, obviously it looks like we might lose this game. We lose against a rookie QB. This is the closest we've been to even sniffing the end zone, by the way. Man, it's tough. This is a tough game. Tough game. Let me see. Let me get into the chat, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Man, make sure to hit the like button. Hit the like button, man. I'm over here chilling, watching the game, man. I wanted to talk to Raider Nation. No matter what, win or lose, I'm here to chop up football with y'all, man. Okay, it's third down and 4. Hoyer drops back. Oh, is that a touchdown? Wow. I never liked those type of plays to running backs. I mean, if it works, it works. But let me see. Catches it. 1. Oh. I don't know. That looks like it's out. Way to make it up, man, after a tough drop that led to an interception in the first half for Hoyer. But I'm not sure. I got to see. Give me. Yeah, I never liked when, I mean, unless they're wide open, but when it's like that close of coverage, you're throwing it to a running back. Yeah, man, like that's not what he does, man. Josh Jacobs doesn't know how to drag his foot. I mean, he probably does, but he's used to running behind an O-line, like, and making guys miss. And we're throwing like a fade route to Josh Jacobs. That's disgusting. Yaya Hatamaki says, not a better team, simply outcoached again. It's tough, man. Aston Villa putting up 3 through 3 quarters against Bears is pretty catastrophic, especially a Bears team that struggled defensively against the pass. And we haven't really been able to capitalize as far as scoring. It's 4th and 4. The official that's supposed to call it, he ran him over, but it's a first down, though. 1st and goal. Devontae Adams just... It's money. Hey, to be honest with you, we've been dinking it with Hoyer too. Like I said earlier, when we threw it to Trey Tucker, it was a pass interference. That was our first really deep throw we had all game. Man, Jacobs, great defense. Man, Jacobs couldn't do nothing with that, man. Jacobs does not look like the same player from last year, man. He better not be demanding any type of money after this year. Whew. Can't make him miss. He looks slow. Ooh. Great play by the defense, though. Let's see. All right. Okay. 2nd and goal. Hoyer drops back. Okay. That's literally what we've been doing all game. Those little outs. Jacoby Myers gets a catch. We get a little bit closer, but it's still 3rd and goal. Man. Come on, man. Let's see. We're down. Damn, 18 points. Oof. Down 3 scores. Oh, Devontae Adams. Come on, bro. How do you drop that, bro? Come on, man. Oh, man, that's going to be a bad look. You were calling for the ball the whole week, and he was wide open, too. Oh, man. Oh, Devontae should have had that. That was a touchdown. Come on. And we kick a field goal. We're not going to go for it on 4th down. We're down 18 points. McDaniels, I don't get it sometimes. Like he changes his mind way too many times. How do you go for 4th down and then we're down? All right, now we're down 15 points. It is now 21-6. The Raiders decide to kick a field goal after going for it on 4th and 4 in the red zone. Got the first down. It's 4th and goal. Josh McDaniels decided to kick the field goal, man. Sometimes I don't get it, man. Maybe it's just me. We're really a bad team, yeah. Yeah. Raider Nation, man. Hey, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it right here. Ray is, I agree 100% with this comment right here. Ray says we are really a bad football team right here. We are really a bad team. We're not good defensively, really, and it's not fair to them because they didn't really have a lot invested in that defense. There was a lot of what ifs going into the season. It was always going to be a work in progress on the defense. To me, all the blame should be on the offense. And the big, a lot of people right now are questioning Josh McDaniels. They're not questioning Josh McDaniels. They want him fired. He needs to be gone. Jacobs' first receiving touchdown of his career. Hey, man, I wish it was. It looked like it was a good catch, but, man, I just don't like – we can't figure out a way to get the ball to Micah Mayer. We can't figure out a way to give the ball to Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, even Hunter Renfrow, where he's proven that he has that footwork, that route running to get open in the red zone when he had like 9 touchdowns that year in 2021, I believe. And we're throwing it to Josh Jacobs. Man, I can't even fault him for not keeping his foot in bounds because it's like that's not what he does. That's not his strength. It's an improved part of his game. I'll give him that. Foot was out, yeah. Get Mayer. Exactly. Why do we run these crack tosses in the red zone? My gosh, this team. Yeah. No, I get it, man. I get it. I said, McDaniel, you drunk? You go for a field goal there? I don't get it, man. He goes for it on 4th and 4, literally on the 15-yard line. Gets the first down. And then it's 4th and goal. And he decides to not go for it and kick the field goal. It is what it is. Yeah. So what I'm saying, man, why go for it just to kick a field goal? You literally just waste it down. What's the point? Stick to it, man. Have some confidence. Have some confidence. Yeah, I know the team is losing, but have some confidence in your play calling, the players on the football field. That's just a guy kicking a field goal there after going for it on 4th down where it was 4th and 4, literally in the red zone, and then 4 yards later, 4th and goal, he decides to kick a field goal, man. No confidence. Swagless, too. He got no swag as head coach, too. What does he have going for him, man? Like, man, he's an offensive coordinator, man. That's what it is, man. He's an offensive coordinator as a head coach. Hopefully, Mark Davis doesn't realize it 2 years from now. Because from reports before the game, they're saying that Josh McDaniels' job is safe. But if he's going to continue to show 21-6 games, wow. Oh my man, Dante Foreman is putting on a show right now. He's running people over, jumping over them, making people miss. Oh, man, Amik Robinson, man. Wow. I mean, Meek is not really a tall dude, but still, man, that's impressive. That's impressive. 3 touchdowns right there, 69 rush yards, 31 receiving. Yeah, they've been getting him involved in the pass game, too. Oh, man. Oh. Foreman looks like he might be down. And I'm not trying to wish on no injury on no player, But this might be a blessing in disguise for the Raiders, right? Raiders defense, because they cannot stop number 21. I don't know what happened. I think he hurt his back. Ooh, right on his spine. Whew. Austin Avila says this offense is so damn talented, bro. How you have 6 points? McDaniels is fraudulent. Yeah. Hey, man. I'm sure the Raider fans at the game are doing that, man. I seen some Raider fans out there. Austin Avila said Foreman is playing like the Renters do. Facts. He's been dominating. We cannot stop him. And it's not so much the rookie QB. I mean, he's been playing poised. I felt like they did a good job to play get the ball out of his hands. And he's playing calm. He's playing poised, like I said. But when you have a run game and they're not tackling, the Raiders' defense is not tackling, everything becomes that much easier. Ray says, it's the NFL. You should never be safe with this kind of production. Yeah. So I don't even get that report, too, as well. I'll say this. It came from Hundo Carpenter. And I'm kind of when I don't know. From my experience, I'm not sure if he's 100% a solid source. And the way he kind of presented it was oh, I don't see McDaniels. McDaniels is probably going to come back year 3, yada, yada, yada. But at the same time, unless something catastrophic happens. So it's almost like he's protecting himself. Is that really a report? But it is what it is, man. But, hey, man, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell. This is a tough game, man. Tough game to watch, man. Tough game to watch. But that being said, hey, look, you know what? If we end up going 3-13, let's say we lose the rest of our games, probably going to be a top 5 pick, possibly number 1. And if that's the case, hey, we're gonna have a shot to get a franchise QB from this talented QB draft. The other side to it is that it's going to be another regime, another coaching staff, and most likely some of the veteran players that we kind of root for on this Raiders team, they're going to be gone, like a Devontae Adams. I don't think he's going to be here for a rebuild like that, because that's going to be a rebuild. He's walking around. Yeah, he's sore. He's like, I don't know. He's probably not coming back. All right, 2nd down and 9. Raiders might need to pick up Foreman. He might need to be the backup or starting running back. Oh. All right, man. Third down and 5. Now, if the Raiders get a stop and they score, man, but that's the only way the Raiders can win is win ugly. Every game the Raiders have won have been ugly. So if they're going to win this game, this got to be an ugly game. Let's get a turnover. Sack. Oh, my God. 1st down and more. Whew, DJ Moore. Man, we're making this dude look good, man. Let's see. Hold up. Yeah, he was open. It was like a nice little pick play. Come on, we need a turnover. Raiders need a turnover, down 21-6. They're literally on the 46-yard line. All right. Okay, maybe 2 3-yard gain, 3-yard gain. Wow, Bills up 22-10. Upset Sunday, man. See, that's why I don't gamble. It's stuff like this, bro. Stuff that don't make no sense. Patriots winning 22-10 against the Bills. But it is a divisional opponent too. Let's see. Oh my. Hey man, it doesn't matter who's back there. The Raiders can't stop the run. Raiders cannot stop the run. Let me see. Man, they're like destroying the Raiders D-line right there. This is tough. Man, it's a tough game to watch, man. What just happened? All right. Come on, turnover. Let's get a turnover. Come on. Let's get a turnover. We can't win with Adams and Josh Jacobs. Do you get what you can? And oh, you're asking. You're saying if we can't win with Adams or Josh Jacobs, do you get what you can and move on? Yeah. It's a rebuild. Once you draft a young QB in the first round, man, that's like it's a rebuild, man. This defense is still needs to be worked on. Davante Adams is, he's not a young player. He's still in his prime, but he wants to win now. We can still get some value out of him, and we still can get like I know that's tough to hear, and that might not be a popular opinion, and I'm a big fan of Davante Adams, but like this Raiders team is terrible. Like we got a lot of different problems. We can't have we can't even enjoy watching Davante Adams on Sundays because he doesn't have a quarterback. The O-line needs to be worked on. Coach is terrible. Holding. Okay. That's what we needed. Man. Raiders just put this on tape right now. So any team that got a run game, this is what they're going to do. Oh, Detroit, too. We play Detroit next week. Oh, man, Detroit got a run game. False start? Okay.
put teams away. You don't give them a chance for a second breath, a second effort. You step on their throat.
21-6, 6 minutes and 32 seconds left. Second down and 17. Or it might be more than that. It might be more than that. I think it might be second down and 22. Oh, Foreman's back in the game, man. That dude is going to give this D-line, this Raider defense, nightmares. Oh, man. Are they in field goal range? Hey, Windy City, Chicago. That's not a guarantee. 50-yard field goal in the Windy City. Ooh, hey. If we can. Oh, fumble. Oh, come on. That was a Raiders chance right there. Oh, wow. Fumble. Oh, wow. Wow. Raiders could have got turnover right there. That would have been huge. Yeah, I'm over here talking mess about Devontae Adams. I mean, not Devontae Adams, but Josh McDaniels. But I'm still in the game. I'm still a fan of the team, man. I still want them to win. Oh, they're about to kick a field goal? Man, we almost had a turnover. Wow. 54-yard field goal attempt. Kicks field goal. Oh. Wow. Kicks it. 24-6, man. This is game over. Game over, y'all. Game over, and Josh McDaniels, I hope you get fired. I hope after the game we see Mark Davis at the press conference saying that, you know, Josh McDaniels is no longer going to be the head coach and pulls out like a projector for these reasons. Oh, my God, man. And I'm going to go back to this comment right here. Ramunda Aguilar says, boo. Exactly, man. This is terrible. And it's not just booing the team, but it's just booing man. This is the type of football that we putting out with marquee players on offense and defense. We can't figure out a way to win. Losing against. If Chicago can run the ball and slice us up like this, Detroit is going to embarrass us. Yeah, Detroit can run the football. I think they're one of the best running football. I gotta look it up. I think at one point they're running the football well this season. I'm gonna check them out this week, you know, as usual. It is what it is. I don't want to hear a word from Adams. Yeah, that's not a good look, man. That is not a good look. You over here talking about you want the ball, this, that, and the third. You kind of great players, man. You know, make great plays and great moments, but Devontae, you didn't make that catch. You know, be ready. Be prepared for the backlash for not catching that pass. When the Raiders are down 21-3, he could have made it 21-10. Mr. Silva Black in the building says Raiders playing like shit. Hey, man. I don't even know. Look. I was talking about playoffs. I was talking about playoffs like before the season. Like, oh, maybe possibly they can make the playoffs as a wild card.
We aren't good enough. They're better than us. Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Oh, hey, man. We're at that point. We're at that point where anybody says playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
We're at that point. We're at that point. If we drafted a QB in the first round, then why didn't we start him? If we drafted a QB in the first round, then why didn't we start him? We didn't draft him in the first round. We drafted him in the fourth round. I felt like he should have played. I felt like it was pointless to put out Hoyer, a 37-year-old quarterback, where at this point you know what you have in him. He should be only coming into the game for emergency reasons. And yeah, he clearly knows the offense, but he's just not making enough plays where the Raiders can get down the field and score. And he throws a pick, and it's a pick six. Pick six. 31-6, y'all. 31-6. Josh McDaniels, I hope you get fired, bro. God. Damn. What? Damn. Damn, the rest of the season I gotta see this? I gotta watch this every game? 31-6 against the Bears that's 1-5?
Santos' extra point is blocked with 5:30 doing it on both sides of the
This is bad.
offense clicking. The defense scoring. And the Bears rolling up 30-6.
See how many games we got? We got 6. Let's see. We played 6 games, 11 more games. 11 more games of this. Whoo! The nation gonna be hot. Oh, we gonna have it's gonna be, Twitter is gonna be crazy. Social media is gonna be crazy. Let the memes begin. Let the Josh McDaniels fired Ghetto Gronk. If y'all don't know, there's an IG called Ghetto Gronk, man. It's hilarious. He got to make one on Josh McDaniels, man. He got to. This dude needs to go. He needs to go. I agree. I agree.
The interview you prepared for was for a job that was too.
I agree, man. And the audacity to have a report before the game and say that Josh McDaniels' job is safe after this game, before this game. And yeah, hey Ray. But before yesterday on our preview show, we talked about how Hoyer has been 0-12 as a starter since his last win in 2016. He's 0-12, and Josh McGenius. Why don't we start Brian Hoyer?
Say when.
Fresh ground pepper? Oh, yes, please. With 24/7 emergency.
I'm gonna put this right here.
service, it's easy to Geico.
Who do you think decided to do this? Oh man. 11 more games of this, and Mark Davis is gonna. Oh yeah, Josh McDaniels is gonna come back. He's gonna draft the next QB. Man, I'm telling you right now, man, the focus right now should be on Mark Davis. Forget Josh McDaniels. We know he's a terrible coach. We know it. It's a fact now. I'm not waiting for him to be a better coach. It's just too large of a sample size to say that he's a good head coach. No. Before I was like, okay, give him some time. Maybe there's a chance this season could get turned around. Who knows? It's just, I just don't see it. Maybe as a coordinator. Oh, Aiden O'Connell comes into the game. Down 30-6. How nice of Josh. Josh McDaniels is such a good guy. Brings in Aiden O'Connell down 30-6 when it doesn't really matter with less than 6 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Oh, the pick six was good enough for him to take out. Okay. Well, you know what? Hey, I'm happy for Aiden O'Connell to get on the field, get some experience. Hopefully he comes in and play well. Aiden drops back. Oh. Looked like Renfro could have had the catch possibly. He was diving for it, and it was up in the air. A little too long. But it's all good. Hey, he coming in, gunning it. You can see the arm difference between him and Hoyer. It's miles.
The fourth quarter, it's a little chilly out coming off the bench, just firing 3-pointers
Wow.
stacked up against my man O'Connell.
This is terrible.
Gotta go steal a couple completions, try and move it down the field. Second down
Oh, my God.
between O'Connell
I don't know what was going on there. He expected him to do a different route. And that Raider fan right there, man, salute to him for him to be at the game, but he does not look happy at all. I don't know if anybody's watching the game live. He looked like he was holding in everything that he feels about Josh McDaniels, trying to keep his composure. Third down and 10. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. If Josh McDaniels decides to kick a field goal or punt it. Hey, Josh McDaniels the type of coach to go for it on fourth down here. We get to the end zone, it's 4th and goal, and kick a field goal. Guess what? He's done that already. Trash head coach, man. Why can't the Raiders get some? Come on, man. We're due. There you go. Hey, not third down in Renfro, 4th down in Renfro. Hey, he's coming in the game and throwing it to Renfro. I like it. Wait. You know what? It might be because let me see. Who's out in the game? Yeah, it's Trey Tucker and Renfro are in the game. All the starters are off. That's probably why. I'm still excited watching the young player play. The game is over. O'Connell throws it deep. Oh, man, intercepted. And guess what? This gives McDaniels, see, what am I supposed to do? Look, McDaniels probably like, what am I supposed to do? Look, AOC threw an interception right after Hoyer threw a pick six. This is trash, man. I ain't even post this on my social, man. I don't even want to post this. I might even delete this. This is garbage. Let's see. Let me get into the chat, man. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. Hey, man. Tough game, man. Tough game. Yep. Sad. This is sad. And Mark. Meanwhile, Mark Davis is celebrating championships in the WNBA with the Las Vegas. I don't care. I don't care about no WNBA. Man, I care about the Raiders. Mark Davis needs to focus on the Raiders. His focus is on his WNBA team. I'm going to say it. So bad it's funny. Yeah, it's a little bit funny, but sometimes I'm just thinking about it. I'm kind of like, damn, man, like we really take the time to watch this, and we've been watching this for a long time. And the Raiders can't put a winning product on the football field? For how long, man? It's 20 years plus. Dodgers, everything says defense finally came back to earth, but the game is on the offense. Yeah, 100%. I'm not blaming the defense for anything this season. We know that defense is talentless. We know that it's Max Crosby and then everybody else. There are some players that are, having some solid years. I'm not going to take anything away from some of those players on defense. But we know that it's Max Crosby and then everybody else. There's not another player, another guy out there where we're like, oh, man, the offensive coordinator's you got to watch out for this guy. Other than Max Crosby. But that offense, that $1 billion payroll, I'm exaggerating, but you get what I'm trying to say, man. They got so much money in that offense. And it's not producing. And that's all on the front office led by Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler. Hey, don't forget about Dave Ziegler. When Josh McDaniels goes, I want Dave Z to be gone too. Leave. I don't want you to come back. I hope they see this too. This is how I really feel. That's how I really feel, man. I want Josh McDaniels to get fired, and I want Dave Ziegler to be fired. I do not want y'all to come back. People spend their hard-earned money spend their time watching this game, and you guys decide to put this type of product on the football field. And maybe you guys are trying. You know what? They're probably trying. McDingus. Yeah, my bad. His name is McDingus. Let's go with that. Embarrassing, bro. A blowout. Blowout loss, man. Appreciate you coming through, my guy Robert Pena, man. Always supporting. Sad, but I didn't see us. I didn't see us winning more than 2 more games this season. Hey, man, I'm not gonna say I disagree with you, man. We're losing 30-6 to a team that's projected to get the #1 pick. Hey, it wouldn't be surprising if the Bears still get the #1 pick. I mean, they have 2 first-round picks. But I'm just saying, based off their record and how they finished this season, they might finish with the #1 pick. And the Raiders just lost to them. And we need more help than they do. We need help at QB. We need help at the head coach. Everybody. This is going to be a rebuild. Just want to let y'all know, man. We're going to talk about this game a little bit more on Tuesday. We're going to break it down. We're going to open up the phone lines. But he's done. I don't want to see him ever coach again. I want to see him coach again. This dude is terrible, man. He sold Mark Davis a dream. How did we go from playoffs to huge disappointment and to just one of the worst football teams in the NFL? Hands down. The Raiders are one of the worst football teams right now in the NFL. Man. Dodgers, everything's out here making the Bear looking like a Super Bowl. What an undrafted rookie free agent. I mean, it's not like he has crazy numbers, but they haven't gotten to him. They haven't made him force any turnovers. But Brian Hoyer has 2 picks. The veteran, the savvy veteran. McDaniels talked him out of retirement. I just don't get it. Why did you talk Brian Hoyer out of retirement? What was the point? What was the point of talking Brian Hoyer out of retirement? What was he going to do? Jericho Thomas says, come, man, I want to lose. Come on, man, I don't want to lose to Eberflus. Yeah. Hey. Man, we're 3-3. Oh, man. And I knew it was all like fluff at the end of the day. Like we're winning against bad teams. You know, I hope Aiden O'Connell, finish the game strong. Maybe get a touchdown at the end of the game. But man, this is terrible. Terrible. Robert says McDaniels doing the same thing he did in Denver. Yeah. Completely destroy what the team ever had previously and not showing any type of improvement. I don't see any type of improvement. Like what is better? I see the talent, though. I see the talent on the football field, so you can't blame the players. Like Devontae Adams is still one of the best receivers in the game. Jacoby Myers looked like a good player to me. Renfro, I think he's still got it. Jacobs not he's still a good player, but he's not the same. I'll say he's not the same player that he was last year. I'm not gonna lie. But he's still a solid player. The same O-line that you brought from last year, that's your fault. Josh McDaniels, to bring back the same O-line and Dave Z. Let's put Dave Z in there, the front office. They could have made some upgrades. Wow. It's terrible. Raider Ray says this was Al Davis. This was an Al Davis dream. Mark loves the Aces because it's his own dream and is having success. He was handed a task he wasn't capable of handling. Man, I might just come out with a video piece where I just destroy Mark Davis, but I'm gonna wait on that, man. I'm gonna wait on that. I don't know if I should come out with that right now. Too many games left, man. If Mark Davis fires Josh McDaniels after the season, I'll let bygones be bygones, man. We all good. But if he brings back Josh McDaniels for year 3, I don't know if y'all can see this, year 3. 1, 2, 3. He gets a third year. Hey, we shouldn't be mad at McDaniels at that point. All your frustration and anger should be towards the owner who's actually making that decision to bring him back. But I agree, Ray, man. This is Al Davis is the Raiders team. Mark over there is dancing with the Aces. Like I don't care about no Aces. What are you doing? You're the owner. You're the owner of the Raiders. Previously known as the Oakland Raiders, the LA Raiders, now the Las Vegas Raiders. You need to focus on that. That's your moneymaker. Over here dancing with the Las Vegas Aces because they won a championship. I don't care. Avakazi Raider, Max Crosby is the only bona fide star on D. To lose like this to a bad Bears team is unacceptable. Yeah. But, even though the defense got dominated, let's not act like that didn't happen. Defense got dominated. They were dominated in the run game. Their O-line dominated our D-line. We can make a tackle to save our lives. But it's kind of expected, though. It's kind of weird to say. I know they played well the last couple of games. We talked about the improvement. But we know the talent on this defense. It's just they need a little bit more talent. They need to fortify that back end. The linebackers might need to be upgraded. We need a D tackle. We know this. We know this before even the season started. So it's like it's not really a surprise that the defense is struggling. The offense. And I'm stating the obvious. I know I'm stating the obvious, but I gotta say it, man. The offense this is it's so frustrating, man. I don't know how to describe it. It's really a frustrating team to watch because the talent is there. I've seen teams where you probably won't even remember the receivers that played on the team. Running back, O-line, you can't even remember the team. This team, they have the receivers, they have the running back, they have the tight ends, they have these pieces. O-line is okay. It's not amazing. I know people could probably mention that they're struggling run blocking. They can't run the ball. Third down and 4, Aiden O'Connell right here. Hey, man, Renfro is adding some catches to his season, man. Hopefully it boosts his trade value. We might be able to get something for him. Let's be honest. As much as I like Renfro, he's probably going to get traded. And if they don't trade him, then the next regime will. And touchdown. Too little, too late. 1 minute left. It's game over. Exactly. The commentator on TV said the same thing. Too little, too late. Jericho Thomas says, y'all need to fire y'all head coach right now for letting us score 30. Oh, man. We got a Bears fan in here. I'm not even going to play no sound effects, man. I usually play sound effects while I go live, but this is, when you down 30, I could play some.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
And that was Michael Singletary, at the time head coach for the 49ers. talking about, I believe, Vernon Davis. But just replace that with Josh McDaniels. We can't win. Hey, I want winners. Josh McDaniel is not a winner. He's not a winner. He's not a winner, man. He's an assistant to Bill Belichick. That's what he's proven. He's successful with Bill Belichick, and that's it. I'm not even going to say he would be successful somewhere else outside of Bill Belichick. Hell no. Bears fans telling us to fire our head coach. My goodness, this is bad. I know. This is so sad. Hey, but hey, Jericho Thomas, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. But hey, he kept it real. He kept it real because he knows the Bears are not that good of a football team to be looking this good. He knows that Devontae Adams is a Chicago Bear killer. And we could make Devontae Adams look like, man, I don't even want to get into that. And Devontae, you know, as much as we're talking about Josh McDaniels, come on, Devontae, you got to back it up too, man. You got to back it up. You got to back it up. You got to make that touch. You got to make that catch. You talking about you want to get the football and all this. You got to make that touchdown catch, and he knows that. He knows that. But I'm not really mad at Devontae Adams. Most of my frustration is with Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels. It's just not working. And to hear that the report, and I'll try to pull that up in a second. There was a report that I seen that Josh McDaniels' job is safe going into it's pretty much safe. He's going to come back next year unless something catastrophic happens, which the person that was reporting it, Hundo Carpenter, says he doesn't foresee happening. That being said, hey, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I always keep it real with you. I don't know about Hundo Carpenter. I don't know. Sometimes, like, it sounds like it's credible, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There's some credible sources out here, but I'm not sure if Hundo Carpenter is that. But he covers it up by saying if something catastrophic happens. Obviously, if they don't win any games, they go 3-13. If Mark Davis brings back a 3-13 head coach, yes, this is terrible. Austin Avila says, I can't recall the last time we haven't scored 20 points on offense through 7 weeks. Oh, my God. Wow. I try to hop on the hype train. We scored 21 because of a safety last week. Austin Avila, yeah, shout out to you, man. You called it out. Like, we haven't scored 20 points on offense this whole season. We're going to drop to 3-4. We lost 30-12 against the Bears, a 1-5 football team. Wow. Chicago Bears' first win at home since September 25th. Snaps longest home losing streak in franchise history. Against the Raiders, of course. Why does it have to happen to us? Damn. What a sad day to be a Raider, man. Hey, you know what? It's a great day to be Avikazi. It's a great day to be Pharaoh. It's a great day to be Ray. Great day to be Austin Avila, man. That's what's important at the end of the day. Like, it is what it is. This is just football. It's just entertainment. But that being said, we do like watching the game. We invest a little bit of time watching the game, so we would want to watch winners, not losers. And Josh McDaniels is a loser. He's a loser. He's not a winner. He's not a leader. He has no confidence. How do you go for it on 4th and 4 And then in the red zone, go for it, get the first down, and then in that same drive, 4th and goal, don't go for it. You kick a field goal. No confidence in your team. Wow. It's terrible, man. This is terrible. And we played the Detroit Lions, who I think were losing 35-0 at one point against the Ravens. I'm not sure if that was the final score. They're going to be angry next week. And that's a better football team than the Bears. And I believe we play that in Detroit. I think we play that in Detroit. That might be a road game, another road game. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Pookie and Ray Ray in the building. Hey, my God. He said even if we pick early, Raiders going to screw that up too. Man, as a fan of the Raiders for 20 years, my whole life damn near, I understand this. Some people might be like, man, that's super negative. But I understand this comment right here. We've seen so many different regimes, so many different GMs, so many different head coaches. When is it going to stop? Avakazi, this is like the Nick Mullins game from 2018. Oh, you talking about the Niners when they had Nick Mullins at quarterback? Is he still in the league? Is Nick Mullins still in the league? That's sad. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. And on top of that, from what I heard, McDaniels has a very specific coaching style. He likes to coach hard. He brings that Patriot style. When you bring that Patriot style of coaching, when you're coaching hard and, that's not going to work if you're losing. It's not going to work. It's going to be, it's going to be interesting, man. I'm going to go check out the press conference for some of these players, man. I want to see what these players say after a loss like this, man. We're going to see some real emotion. I want to see some real emotion coming out of some of these players, man. I want to see some real sound bites from some of these players saying some real things about how they feel about this football team. Someone's going to say it. We've been hearing a lot from Davante Adams. So we'll see who it's going to be. Is it going to be from Max Crosby? Max Crosby he's a leader of this football team. Is he going to come out and say something very slick about this regime? Yaya Hatamaki says, at the same time, Davis is making so much money out of this and fans are getting whipped, and I've been a fan since the late 80s and never saw a winning team. You've been a fan longer than me. Yeah, you've been a fan longer than me. I've been a fan since I can remember. I mean, like late 90s, early 2000s. That's a long time. It's a long time. The Raiders are due, man. The fans deserve better. They deserve a winning product on the football field, man. But that's a good point, though. Davis is making so much money off this football team. The value of this team has gone up. The stadium is getting sold out regardless of who's there. Opposing fans. It's a very good point. What are they going to do about it? I mean, there's not really that much pressure on Mark Davis to other than him wanting to put a winning football team. Falcons win 16-13. I don't care about this team. All I care about is the Raiders, and they're trash. They're trash. Hey, see, this is a Bears fan talking about now we're stuck with Eberflus for the rest of the season. This tells you that their team is not that good. The fans know that. Their own fans, Chicago Bear fan over here in the building, and he's letting us know, like, hey, they're not happy with this football team, the Bears football team. Guess what? I hope the Raiders. I don't want to say this, but like, man, I think the Raiders deserve the number 1 pick, man. If we don't go to the playoffs, if we don't go to the playoffs, we need something. We need a franchise QB, man. We need a new head coach. We need some new energy. I don't want an old school head coach. I want to, hey, man. Maybe Mark Davis needs to hire somebody to make the hire for him. Someone legit that's respected, that knows the game. I'm not sure. At this point, Mark Davis hasn't. He's tried to hire. He gave Gruden a 10-year contract. He gave an opportunity to Dennis Allen, didn't work. Jack Del Rio, he gave it a 2-year shot. I mean, Jack Del Rio arguably probably was the best coach. Arguably. Him and McKenzie. Deep Space says we should have gotten Jalen Carter. Jay Collar's the number 1 ranked D tackle in the NFL. Hey, to be honest with you, Deep Space, I think that was Mark Davis' call. I think Dave Z they predated. They came in after the Henry Ruggs situation. Their own eyes can tell them that Jalen Carter is a better player on the board. But I think Mark Davis didn't want him on the football team because of the Henry Ruggs situation, in my opinion. Y'all could let me know in the chat, but I think that was a Mark Davis came in and was like, nah, we're not doing that. After that Henry Ruggs situation, that's a PR nightmare. But that's just my opinion. I get it. Jaden Carter's already, as a rookie, the best D tackle in the NFL. Could have had him. I get it, man. But it was a tough situation, man. 8 other teams, because I think he went number 9. I think Jalen Carter went number 9 to the Eagles. 8 other teams passed on him. So it wasn't just us. Robert Pena says, but you know what McDonald's is going to call. Okay, what he said, but you know what he said McDonald's. I just realized that. I'm gonna give you a. I'm gonna roll with it. But you know what McDonald's is going to call the place, but I don't run them, and he's going to throw somebody under the bus. Oh, okay, yeah, McDaniels, McDonald's, McDingus, McGenius, McIdiot, McSuck, McLoser, Mick whatever that's terrible. Let's just roll with that, man. Mick, I can't coach. He's terrible, man. I wonder if they make a trade. I wonder if they're making a trade because if they make a trade for some veteran player to help the defense or whatever, it's desperate. They're trying to win some games. Mark Davis, don't fall for it. Don't even allow the trade to happen. I don't want no trades to happen unless it benefits us as far as getting a player for a low draft pick, or we're trading away a player and we're getting a high draft pick. I'll okay that, but Mark Davis, don't fall for the okie doke. McDaniels and Dave Z they're desperate right now. Desperate. 808 Raider says, how the F can Josh McDaniels address the media later today and tell me you can't score one freaking touchdown against the Bears? Myers, Adams, and no touchdown? Hey, and throwing Michael Mayer, man. Throwing that tight end. That tight end should be a red zone target. He's 6'4", physical, run after the catch. How is he not he doesn't get a target? But we're throwing running back fades. Josh Jacobs catches the ball in the end zone, but 1 foot out, and we're expecting him to catch the touch. Come on, man. Like, that don't make no sense to me. Doesn't make any sense. Every time he say, he take. Yeah, man. I'm not even gonna put that on there. Hey, Mr. Marty Martin, it's my fault. I meant slump buster, but not for the Bears, man. It's all good, man. Yeah, man. The Raiders are definitely gonna have to draft a quarterback. We're definitely gonna have to draft a quarterback. But I do not want McDaniels part of that decision. I don't want Dave Z or McDaniels deciding who the next quarterback of the Raiders is going to be. What has he proven that he can coach offensively? He's only proven that he's a good coordinator with Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick. Oh, man. Ray says, I hope the fan base can see what I was saying last week. Our wins against bad teams. The one good team blew us out. Now we get blown out by a 1-5 Bears team. Evidence is trash. Yeah. Yeah, man. Ray last Tuesday show, when we went live, he went in. He went in and he kept it real. I mean, he was honest. You know, I think a lot of Raider Nation kind of understood, like, these games we're playing against bad teams, we're getting these W's, and we're barely beating them. You know, offense is still looking terrible, defense is playing well. But we know that the real test wasn't going to be coming until Detroit. But guess what? The real test was today against a 1-5 Bears team, and we lost 30-12. And the touchdown came at the end in garbage time with Aiden O'Connell at quarterback, where he decided to bring in the game with 5 minutes left in the game, down 30-6. Trash. Alex Marquez says Davis needs to sell. JMD and Zeig need to be fired. Let Aiden start the rest of the year and start the rebuild. I'm saying, I kind of knew at this point, man, if the Josh McDaniels thing didn't work out, I'm like, hey, we got to start thinking about, like, is Mark Davis the guy that should be owning this football team? Man, if the Raiders sold their ownership to, like, whoever owned, I think it's the guys that own the Warriors, man, they care about winning. Ooh, they would get the Raiders. They would get the right people. They would get winners in the building. I want winners in the building. I don't want losers. Josh McDaniels is a loser, man. He is a loser. He has not proven himself as a head coach at all. Robert Payne says, trust the process. Hey, imagine him saying that in a press conference. Trust the process. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He proved it today, too. He proved it today. Anyway, so Josh, can you tell us why you rolled with Hoyer? Well, you know, we didn't want to score, and, you know, we felt like throwing pick six give us the advantage. You know. Man. Let me give you. Let's see. Jericho Thomas, Bear fan over here. Raider fans, advice from a Bears fan: it only gets worse, not better. It only gets worse. And right before the game, we hear a report from a beat writer saying that Josh McDaniels' job is safe. If Mark Davis brings back McDaniels. I don't want Raider Nation to be like, oh man, we need to fire Josh McDaniels. He needs to go. No, I think everybody in Raider Nation should be like, no, we need to get rid of Mark Davis. We need to get rid of Mark Davis. If he decides to bring back Josh McDaniels and Dave Z for a third year and let them decide who the quarterback, the next quarterback, because that's what it's looking like right now. We're gonna get a high draft pick, and this is gonna be a quarterback heavy draft. Do you want Josh McDaniels to make that decision? Do you trust them? I mean, look at their drafting so far. Look at the drafting so far. Right now, Tyree Wilson, it's early, but I'm not sure. I'm still not 100% sure. But, Tyree Wilson, there's a chance he could be a solid player. Who knows? I give Michael Mayer. Michael Mayer, I like him as a player. I like him. But then, we start seeing some misses too as well. We see a lot of misses in free agency, especially free agency. These contracts. Oh, don't let me get me started in Jimmy G. Jimmy G, that contract to Jimmy G is terrible. $45 million guaranteed to a quarterback that should not be on the football field. Raider Chubb says McDaniels and Dave Z shouldn't be allowed to trade any key player. I agree. Mark Davis, don't fall for the okie doke. Don't let them tell you, oh, we're only 3-5. We're only 3-4. Let us make this trade. It'll get us back on track. All we need is insert player, name, and we'll win the rest of our games. Mark Davis got to put his foot down and be like, nah, y'all not making no moves. Go out there and win some football games. Man, Alex, bro, it is. It is, man. It's so bad. Like, it would have been bad if we lost a close game against this team. It would have been bad. That would have been bad. But to get blown out, not to say I'm surprised, but blown out in the way that we did. Offensively, looking the way we did. Against a team defensively that's kind of struggled this year. Good against the run, terrible against the pass, but we weren't able to take advantage of that at all. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Robert, man, if he really said that, man, that's exactly my point, man. I don't believe anything Hundo Carpenter says. If this is true, Robert, if he really actually said that AOC would be starting, I think he just takes educated guesses. He just takes educated guesses, and then he gives himself room, a little bit of wiggle room to get out of it by saying, like, well, I think this guy's job is safe unless something crazy happens. I could have said that. I could have said that. And I should be a Raiders insider. Kevin Lurker in the building says, so glad I was watching the grandkids instead of watching this. Hey, man, you were really productive with your time, man. Hopefully you had a great time with your family, man. Great time with your family. Way more productive. But I'm out here, man, with Raider Nation, man. If you haven't hit the like button, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, it's your first time here, man. Hey, I'm usually a little bit more positive in this, more excited. But when you lose the way the Raiders lost, 31-12, it went really 31-6. Garbage time points at the end. You're not going to be excited. Yaya Hatamaki says, rare for me to say this, but I'm happy the game is over. Oh, man, that's crazy, man. You a fan of the team. You watch almost every game, and you're saying that you're glad the game is over, especially a game like football, so competitive. When you're watching good football, when you're into a football game and it's your team playing, you are watching the game from beginning to end. And for someone to say, I'm happy for the game to be over, that's sad. Yep, it's in Detroit, right? It's in Detroit. Yeah, in Detroit. Whoo! And they just got spanked by the Ravens. From what I heard, they got spanked from the Ravens. So they are going to be angry in front of their home crowd. And this is a better team, better football team. They're going to be running the football. And we'll get into it in the next show on Tuesday on Undrafted with me and Ray. We'll be going live on Tuesday, so make sure to tune in. Make sure to hit the notification bell. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed so you can catch that live. And we'll talk about the aftermath of this game as well as, the next game against Detroit, man. We'll get into that and how that's going to look like. But Detroit, man, that was our measuring stick as far as like figuring out, okay, has this Raiders team improved? Is this defense better? But we found out before that this Raiders team is still the same old terrible football playing team. Austin Avila says, if McDaniels talks about execution in the postgame, I'm going to need him to be left on the tarmac at the airport. Yeah, I'm going to watch every press conference of every player. I'm going to watch the press conference of McDaniels. I'm going to watch everything. I'm watching this team closely right now. The locker room, you want to pay attention because right now, if you're a player on that team, what's going through your mind at this point? Because from what I heard, like I said, Josh McDaniels has a very specific coaching style. And let me give you a guess. It comes from New England. They coach hard. But they won. They won games. They won football games. And they're not winning. They're not winning at all. So that's going to take a toll on that locker room, and we're going to we'll see next few days, today, right now. Lane Kiffin. Hey, that's a good comparison. Lane Kiffin. He does. He does look like Lane Kiffin, low-key. He does look like Lane Kiffin. All that's missing is Mark Davis needs to bring back that projector and outline the reasons why this guy needs to be fired. Fired. Man. Poor Adelaide Raider says we tanking. Let me give you a question. Was this always the case? Was this the case? Do you think this was the case before the season started? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's as simple as saying that we're tanking. I think we're just not a good football team. And that's led by the head coach. That's led by the front office. We're not a good football team. And that's a product of coaching in the front office, putting this team together. Let's see. That's why they started Hoyer over AOC. I don't know how to feel about this, man. Because you're if they're tanking, that means that Josh McDaniels is coming back next season. Ja Raider says ESPN legend says McDaniels should be fired. No one likes to play for him. We've heard it. We've heard it before. We heard it last year. We heard it from Brandon Marshall last year. You know, people try to disregard it. People try to say maybe Brandon Marshall is a hater because he got traded from that team, and maybe there's bad blood between him and McDaniels. But at this point, I don't see where he's wrong. It's not about the X's and O's. It's him as a leader, as a head coach, managing the football game, managing his team, leading this team, being a leader. And also being an offensive genius. That was the whole. If you guys remember that press conference with Mark Davis is talking about how, like, man, I'm so excited to have a offensive guru like McDaniels who knows how to coach up the quarterback position. Are y'all seeing that? I'm not seeing that. It's been a while, young blood. Haven't seen greatness since the late 80s, early 90s. Whew. It's a long time. Long time. That's before me. For me, it was the late 90s, early 2000s. That short, that run. It was a short run. It wasn't a long run. But I experienced that. I experienced what winning football looked like. We obviously didn't win that Super Bowl back in 2002, but I'm like, okay, we'll come back next year. 20 years later, I'm here talking to you about how the Raiders are losing. Oh, man, that's terrible. That's terrible. Oh, man, Bears was 32nd ranked in the NFL. 30. My point, one of the worst football teams in the NFL. Man, that going for it on 4th and 4, and you're like within the 20-yard line, but pretty much in the red zone. And then on that same drive, it was 4th and goal, and they kick a field goal. This told me everything I need to know. I'm done. Josh, hey, I want to see a brand new head coach. I want to see a brand new GM, quarterback, you name it. And I like, hey, at the end of the day, in order to build a winning football team, that foundation needs to be set with consistency. But do y'all really want Josh McDaniels and Dave Z to come back next year? Poor Adelaide Raiders saying that it's a tank job. If that's the case, then that means that he's going to come back. GMD isn't going anywhere. It's year one of a rebuild. 2022 was evaluation year of what was already on the roster. Man. Poor Adelaide Raiders coming with some takes right now. And if Mark Davis is bought into this, I mean, he did give Gruden a 10-year contract. I don't know how many years is left on McDaniel's contract, but it don't matter. You need to get rid of him. Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, people are going to be calling for Mark Davis to sell the team. It's out of our control at the end of the day. Like, that's his team, but I'm just saying, like, at this point, like, if McDaniels is not gone by the end of the season, if he's not fired after the season, then can we really be frustrated or mad at McDaniels? At that point, we got to look at the owner. Yeah, it's tough out here, man. Ja Raider Max going to ask for a trade if Adams, if Max Crosby, there's no way we could trade Max Crosby. Ja, man, I do not want Max Crosby. Man, he is the face of the Raiders, man. He's everything. He's built by the right stuff. It's the same goes for Devontae Adams. But Max is in his prime, young player, man. Like, we drafted him. Come on. And if he does, that's going to be tough, man. That's going to be tough, man.
And it's obvious that they're doing a great, Flukes and his staff are doing a great job of getting.
Max don't like McDaniels at all. It shows today how he didn't even want to wait for him to speak to him on the sidelines. Whoo! Didn't see, I wasn't paying attention to that, man, but it's possible. It's possible, man. You got to question if the locker room, he lost the locker room. If he lost the locker room, is this what Mark Davis? Was this part of the plan, Mark Davis? To lose the locker room, to lose all these games? Thought you wanted to win. Thought you said it wasn't a rebuild.
You graduate and you get better as the game gets bigger. You get bigger and better. So I don't like it when they say
Max not going anywhere. But Adams, 40 mil. Renfro, 13 mil. Jacobs, 20 mil may get traded as the season is done. We just lost the bottom of the team in the NFL. Yep. Yeah, I can see that happening, man. I can see that happening, man. Hey, look. We lost against one of the worst football teams in the NFL. Now, if Dave Z's is Dave Z McDaniels are confident they're coming back, they're gonna probably trade some of these pieces. And if they trade some of these pieces, then it's like you could officially say, oh, it's tank season. We're rebuilding. If we trade the Adams, Renfro, Jacobs, these are all like key players on offense. And you know what? At the end of the day, right now, the Raiders' offense is not productive. It's not working. Let's build this defense. Let's figure out this defense. Let's draft a young QB. Let's get a young offensive-minded coach, a leader of this football team. Get someone that knows how to evaluate talent in that GM front office position. Sounds simple. You know, I'm just a fan of the team, but, man, Mark Davis has tried time and time again. It hasn't worked. He needs to figure out a way to get somebody else, man, to make that decision. Oh, my guy, Ozzie. Yeah, that's Ozzie. Yeah, my bad. That's Ozzie. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. He shouldn't be coming in 5 minutes a game. I just felt like it was a great opportunity for him to get experience, to get a team that's not really that good. You know, let him play with Devontae Adams. Let him play with Michael Mayer. Don't let him come in with backups. Let him come in with a game plan. Let him come in feeling confident. Let Brian Hoyer play that role of emergency quarterback. Let him play that role. That he's a 37-year-old quarterback. Like, he has no business starting a game. And not to say you can't start a game if you're 37 years old as a quarterback, but Brian Hoyer is a backup QB. He's not a starting NFL QB. Every road on the Raiders' path this season ends terribly unless we fire the staff. Whoo! Tuesday show's going to be so good. Hey, I'm telling y'all, man, Tuesday show's going to be so good. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that like button. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live on Undrafted with me and Ray. So it's going to be a good show, man. We're going to open up the lines. I mean, I should be opening up the lines today, but I gotta head out. But yeah, let's see. Let me just finish out the chat right here. Let's see what's going on. Gyrator Brandon Moss said it right. McDumbass is a failure, and nobody should bet on the Raiders this season. And next season, I agree with him.
Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to me. She told me about benefits that were right for
Man, he hasn't.
all in my life. Finally feeling control.
I'm just going to leave that comment right there, man.
Taking
I agree.
a more human way to healthcare.
This month, join the new Subway.
The fact they didn't start AOC till late and he scored shows they're dropping the games.
Join Subway MVP rewards.
Yeah, but it's also garbage time, too. Let's be honest. My bad, this shit got smooth. It's garbage time. It's possible. It's definitely possible, but I hope that's not true. If they're tanking, Ozzie, that means that they're coming back next year. They feel pretty confident they're coming back next year. They feel pretty confident that they're going to be drafting the next QB. Hey, if McDaniels comes back as a head coach and Dave Z's the GM, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't even draft the QB next year. I'm sure they probably will, but I'm just saying. I'm just like at this point, like I wouldn't be surprised for them to.
Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an ally.
Get back to work.
Meanwhile, Ray says Gardner Minshew, meanwhile, has 38 points on the board with 0 weapons. Minshew had 38 points. And we can't get to 20 points on offense. We haven't gone over 20 points this entire season on offense. I know last week we went over 21, but that was a safety. Remember that. We were stuck at 19. No one will trade with McDumbass on draft day. It shows no one will trade McDumbass on draft day. It shows last year. Yeah, man. Yeah, we haven't had a huge trade. Let me see. I'm trying to think of. I know Devontae Adams and we did trade. I think Yannick Ngakoue. That was one of our trades. I'm trying to think of any trades. We haven't really had a big time trade since then. But I'm sure they're not trying to give up too much too as well. And we're not trying to trade anybody of value until now. Hey, we might be putting some players on. It's going to be interesting. This week is going to be a very interesting week. I want to hear the press conference, the pressers, everything this week. This is going to be real interesting as far as how this team responds after a game like this. And we're going to play a tough road game against the Detroit Lions, who are an up-and-coming team. Probably the best team we played in a few weeks. I'm with Ray and Farrell. We need a young, hungry coach. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, man. Hey, man, I don't want to get no coach that was successful in the past. In their heyday, they were one of the best head coach. I don't want that. I don't want Sean Payton 2.0. I don't. You know what? Let's build our own thing. Hey, look. Al Davis gave John Madden an opportunity, and we look what happened with there. He was able to develop a winner, one of the best. Hey, look, all them Hall of Famers. We all know John Madden is in a Hall of Fame. But his first head coach job was with the Raiders because Al Davis gave him an opportunity. Same thing with Tom Flores, man. We need to get – the Raiders need to get their own head coach. Stop giving another opportunity to people who failed. I mean, I don't want to be that team. McDaniels has proven he's a failure as a head coach. As a coordinator – he most likely, if he gets fired, he'll go back to Bill Belichick and probably light every team up because he's good with him. We know with Bill Belichick, he knows how to be an offense coordinator because you got Bill Belichick probably in his microphone telling him nah, we're running the ball here. Now we're not doing this play. Oh man.
Is that what it was? No. It's a conspiracy. I know nothing.
Yeah.
Let's check in on the late games right now in the NFL.
Ja Rader says here, if this was tank mode, why the hell bring in Adams and waste money? And how is this smart? Sell tickets, keep the fans engaged, make them think it's one thing, so they can keep spending their money. It's possible, but I'm not sure if I believe that. I'm not sure if I'm 100% sold on that being a tank mode because I think they want to win because Mark Davis wants them to win. I mean, come on, man. Mr. Mac 3131 says the only way that press conference should have started was with him saying, Mark has informed me I will no longer be the head coach. Exactly. That would have been, oh, man, I think everybody in Raider Nation would be celebrating if we heard that. Mark Davis ain't blind. If McDummie and Hoyer is gone tomorrow, there's a problem. The entire I don't know about tomorrow. I would say after the season. If McDaniels is not gone by after the season, then we can during the season, like these next 11 games, we see the same inept offense, defense obviously giving up plays, but mostly the offense being a struggle. Bad game management. Then you start looking at Mark Davis. At that point, if he doesn't make that decision to fire him, Raider Cat fired JMD, man. I'm gonna give you applause right there. You came in. Hey man, you came in saying the right things, man. And this applies for everybody else too, man. Who think we should fire JMD? He comes in, and that's the first thing that he says, man. He doesn't say what's up. He just says fire JMD, man. Fire Josh McDaniels. We can't have a fire sale. Yeah, not with this regime. Let the next regime decide that. Let the next regime see what we can get for Davante Adams. Let the next regime see what we can get from Renfro. If they decide, like, you know what, this is a guy that, you know what, might not fit with us for whatever reason. Yeah, if they're gonna want to do that, but let them do that. Don't let Josh McDaniels and Dave Z. If you're letting them decide that, that means you're telling me they're gonna come back and do what? You're telling me they're going to be better without Davante Adams, Jacoby Myers, Michael Mayer, Josh Jacobs? There's an improvement that they're going to show me as far as like, okay, we just need to get the right players in. What type of players do they want? You can't be a productive offense with Josh Jacobs, Davante Adams, Jacoby Myers, Michael Mayer. I'm going to keep saying it. Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow, man. Hey, salute to him, man, because he's like, you know what? At this point, I want him to get traded. I don't want him to go, but like, hey, man, he needs to show that the world, like, he can still play. I think he can still play. He could help a team. Ja Raider Max did say, I want a championship. If this team don't put something on the table, he will ask for a trade no matter if he has a Raider tattoo. C.O. Moore had one. He left to the Colts. Yeah, that is funny that they have a Raider tattoo. And they could possibly, yeah. Hey, man, I don't want to think about that, man. Ja Raider, I hear what you're saying. You're not saying anything that doesn't make any sense, but like I hope Max Crosby doesn't get traded. Like, he is the face of the franchise. Face of the franchise. And you're gonna let Josh McDaniels and Dave Z, you know, you're gonna have them let him go and go to another team, like, to replace him with who? Joe Schmo, who's probably gonna be a bust or not be as talented or as good as Max Crosby. Come on now. I remember the day when we traded Khalil Mack, man. That was a sad day. That was terrible. Right before the season. We can't. I don't want to see part two of that with Max Crosby. And if we trade Max Crosby, I want us to be a way better team than what we are right now. You know, let it make sense for us, for the Raiders. Raider Chaos says, we have so much talent but can't win. That has to be on the coaches, not the players, right? Yes. Yes, I would say so. I would say defensively, we all knew that it was a work in progress. We knew that defense was going to take a couple of off seasons to get to where they needed to go as far as talent wise and getting the right players and being a good defense. But offensively is where the frustration is at. And the fact that we're not winning not just not winning any games, we're putting out a product where we're looking like a team we look like a team that doesn't have any talent, but we do. How do you look like a team that has no talent and you have all these players on offense? You got all these. I'm tired of even saying it at this point. We all know who's on offense. Black Sales Sports in the building. He says, "We suck, bro. Coaches and players." Hey, he put the players in there too. Black Sales Sports said, "We suck, bro. Coach and players." Some players. I'm not gonna say all players. And probably not all the coaches, but we know what coaches suck right now. Rare Cows, this is the last staff that should be tanking. Graham is the only one that can coach. Yeah, I give it to Graham. Graham is trying his best to make. I don't know. He's trying to make something out of nothing. You know, he has a veteran corner on the other side who's coming off a tough ACL injury. You know, that was kind of like, it was a low risk, high reward move for the staff in Marcus Peters. So the secondary corners is kind of shaky. Safeties is kind of, Morrig is having a good year. He's having a solid year. I'm not going to take anything away from him, but it's just pieces here and there. It's Max Crosby. To me, it's Max Crosby and then everybody else. It's always been a work in progress. And for him to actually win some games, because let's be honest, the defense won the 3 games. The 3 games that the Raiders won, I'm going to give it to the defense. I'm not giving it to the offense. The offense did not win the game. The defense won the game. The offense hasn't won a game this year. I don't even remember the last time the Raiders offense actually won the game for the team. When Derek Carr was a quarterback, he's not looking too good with the Saints. But I don't care, man. Just care about the Raiders, man, and they suck. Let's see. We got AJ Simpson in the building. He said Caleb Williams season now. We own the tiebreaker. Hey, some positivity. Kinda, sorta. Caleb Williams season, we now own the tiebreaker. So now if it gets close, let's say, because right now they're at 2-5, I believe. The Bears are at 2-5. So if they win another game, and let's say we lose all our other games, and I'm not saying that I want that to happen. Obviously, like I want the Raiders to win, and I want them to make it into the playoffs, but come on, let's be real. McDaniels ain't it. He's pulling on the strings on offense. He's coaching that offense. He's coaching that football team, and he ain't it. I just don't see us winning. I tried to be like, you know what? Let's see. Maybe possibly, the defense might have figured it out. Maybe they add another piece. They trade another. Hey, we should start looking at head coach candidates. Maybe we should get that GM. Ed Dobbs, is he still available as a GM candidate? I know we interviewed him. If you guys remember, that was one of the GM candidates that we drafted from the Colts. And he was part of the reason that Seattle and the Colts had all those talented rosters. He was part of the evaluating process of getting those players. Man, let me turn this off, man. It's a little distracting. Let's see. All right. But yeah, man, hey, appreciate everybody coming through. Hold on one second. Let me fix this real quick. My bad, yo. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. My bad, y'all. My bad. Oh, man. Tough game, y'all, man. If y'all missed it, man, y'all see the score right now, 12-30. The Raiders actually only scored 6 points on offense, so I'm not going to give that extra 6 points at the end of the game, man. Garbage time. They literally lost the game 30-6. To me, in my opinion, they got blown out, and the offense has yet to break the 20-point mark on offense. I know last week they scored 21 points, but remember that safety got them over the hump. They had 19 points. That's the closest they've been to 20 points, is scoring 19 last week, and Max Crosby gets them over 21 points. But as an offense, they haven't got the job done. The tank is real, man. So, hey, man, a lot of people saying that it's tank season. So Black Sales Sports, man, hey, look, my guy, go make sure you follow him, subscribe to his channel. He says the tank is real. So you believe that Josh McDaniels and Dave Z are coming back next year? Because if you're saying that they're tanking, that means they're coming back. Because why would they tank if they're not coming back? There's no point. Man, I've been trying to hold on, man. I was trying to figure out a way. y'all. I was trying to figure out a way. Maybe it's a chance the Raiders could turn around. Maybe if they put in the right piece, they get another piece on defense. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it, man. I just don't. Hey, man, I just think that Josh McDaniels needs to go. You said this roster is garbage. Hey, Black Sales is going. He's going for everything. He's going for everything. He said that the roster. He's talking about the coaches, the players. He's not holding back. I'm focused on the head coach. The head coach and the GM, the front office that's picking these players. That's putting together this team. All right, Ben Johnson. Hey, we're gonna have a first look at him next week. Next week against the Lions. We'll see what that offense looks like. It's gonna be a tough game. We need a hungry coach. Yeah, I agree, man. It's the coach, not the players. I agree, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. My guy AJ says, but a rookie hits 21 points in the first start on our defense. Man. Oh, man, that's true. Look, man, these are all great points. All great points. All great points, man. Black says, dude, the players put in the least amount of effort I've seen on our team played in years. The players are not exempt from what we just saw. Hey, would you say that's a product of them not, being fully bought in? If you're saying the players are putting the least amount of effort, hey, man, that's fair. A lot of missed tackles today. But hey, maybe, hey, man, maybe there's a crack in that locker room. Maybe it's not. We'll see, man. I see what you're saying. But what players are you talking about? Are you talking about the talentless defense? Are you talking about the players on defense? Are you talking about the players on offense? Are you talking about Devontae Adams, who should have made that catch in the end zone? Come on, man. You over here talking about getting the ball, this and that, and the third. You got to make that touchdown catch. Almost, he dropped it the same way Moreau, if y'all remember the tight end that played for the Raiders, he dropped a touchdown with the Saints the other night. It looked like same type of drop, like right off the fingertips. They traded up for Michael Mayer and they're not even using him. Especially in the red zone. Man, it's a tough game, man. Ray, I don't think it's a tank. I think it's just failure. Took shots on the roster, but that failed. Yeah, that's hey, me and Ray on the same page on this one right here. We might not agree all the time, but we agree on most stuff, and this is one of the things that we agree on. And I don't think it's a tank. I think they really wanted to win. I think Mark Davis, wanted to see some type of improvement in this roster, this team. And showing a sign of improvement, you got to win some games. You gotta look better on offense and defense. I'm not seeing it. The O-line only allows dink and dunk plays. Have you been watching? Our O-line is trash. But who decided to bring back the same O-line from last year? The only difference is Alex Bars is not starting. We have Van Roten, who's terrible as a run blocker, by the way. Terrible as a run blocker. Yusuf Arline, he says, salute, Pharaoh. Man, appreciate you coming through, my brother. What's going on? In the first half, Hoyer had all day in the pockets and would just throw like Jimmy. Yeah. I agree, Chaos. There are a few moment of times where Hoyer had time in the pocket, where he had just enough time, or he had plenty of time, and he wasn't accurate. I could remember that first drive after halftime where he missed Jacoby Myers. He missed a Michael Mayer. You know? Is that on the O-line? You know, I think it's just a combination of, but I'm not saying the O-line is playing spectacular. QB play hasn't been all that. Offensively, we just don't look like a good offense, and you have all these pieces. It's disgusting. Exactly. They got enough weapons. Ain't no need. Who are we gonna get? I'll tell you, we need a head coach, we need a GM, and we need we need a new QB, preferably in the first round this upcoming draft. Preferably the best QB in the draft. I'll take second best, but I want the best though. I want whether it's Caleb Williams, whoever they evaluate as the best QB. I want that guy. And it looks like it might be Caleb Williams. Drake May's putting out his 2 cents. There's a couple of guys, man. Let's see, man. Y'all, I appreciate everybody coming through and chatting up today, man. Hey, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You know where that like button is, man. Come on. It's so simple, man. Just go ahead and hit it, man, just for me, so I can keep coming back and doing this, man, and chopping up football with y'all, man, and having a good time watching the game. Not today, though. Not today. It's not a good time. But we having a good conversation. I'm looking at the chat right now. Two Stock says Hunter Renfrow is in purgatory with the Raiders right now. Yeah. Until did you see I don't know why this is happening. Did you see him get catches at the end of the game in garbage time with Aiden O'Connell? That's sad. It's come down to that. Hunter Renfrow is there with the backups, getting garbage time catches. It is what it is. Yeah, coach is trash. I agree. Whoo, okay. You said he had all day because we had to max protect and send only 2 targets out. We got all these receivers and can't even stay in 3 wide receiver set. Man, shots fired. But hey, look. But at the end of the day, man, like I don't think it's because of because you're the point that you're trying to make is it's the players. It's not just the head coach. And specifically, you're talking about the O-line. And like I said, I didn't say the O-line is, we shouldn't be talking about the O-line like they're not struggling as well. But there have been times where he had time, bro. He had time. There have been times where he had plenty of time back there. There have been times where, he had the right read, but he was inaccurate. There have been times where it was 4th and 4, first drive, we're moving down, and we decide to kick a field goal, a 41-yard field goal. Some would say, hey, man, analytics, where's my analytics crowd? Isn't that a spot where you kind of go for it? No confidence. 4th and 4, and you kick a field goal on a 41-yard field goal? Come on, man. Josh McDaniels is not a confident dude, man. He's not confident. He's not a leader. Like, your actions say a lot about you. And then later in the game, you go for it on 4th and 4. You get the first down with, surprisingly, Devontae Adams. Oh, that's a guy that you can pass to on 4th and 4, right? Can get you 4 yards. They get the first down. It ended up being 4th and goal in that same drive. Is that on the O-line? It was 4th and goal, and he decides to kick a field goal. Is that on the O-line? I think the O-line is the least of our problems. It's like, yeah, you have a valid point, and I would let the next regime to make that decision on who to upgrade. But at the end of the day, they chose to bring back that same O-line. You're talking about an O-line that they chose to bring back. The same players. Out of one guard, they literally Van Roten replaced Alex Bars. That's it. Let's see, man. Hey, Drake May ain't too bad, bro. I wouldn't be mad. D'Angelo Hall has a Raiders tattoo. That's hilarious. I'm sure he did, man. We gave him like 80 mil, right? Remember Al Davis traded for him and gave him 80 mil, and he gets cooked on Monday Night Football. Whew. As a Raider fan, we've seen everything. And okay, you're going at the O-line, and I'm just gonna stay on what I said. Why didn't they make any upgrades? Why didn't they draft an O-lineman? Why didn't they even target an O-lineman in free agency? Bring in a guy. Why are they running a power scheme with a O-line that you can't really run with? Like, I feel like they're running the wrong scheme for this type of O-line to in the end. Like, I don't know, man. It's just I'm exhausted, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of the Raiders losing. Raiders chaos. There's no world where we trade Max and DA and get better. No, not immediately. No, for sure. But if it has to be done, then I want someone back there that knows how to evaluate talent, that knows what to do with those picks, and we haven't seen it. So it's kind of like hard for me to outline like, oh, okay, this is going to happen if we get this guy. Hey, at the end of the day, like, it's still a crapshoot too as well. But man, it's the Raiders, man. They continue to lose, man. They find ways to lose. Ja Raider says, I don't want Max or Adams to go because if they go, man, they're going off somewhere else. We need a young head coach like Ben Johnson, offensive mind coach. Because, yeah, but like, I understand what you're saying. I don't want Max to go. Adams, I don't want him to go, but I can understand why he wants to go. I mean, like, he's in his 30s. He's still one of the best receivers in the game. At this point, he just wants to win. And I think we're headed towards a rebuild, Ja. I think we're headed towards a rebuild. I think Max can survive a rebuild. But Adams is like, hell nah. Send me somewhere else. And if somewhere else is willing to give us a first-round pick, and we need as much talent as we can, we need to build up that defense. People talking about offense, man. I want to build up that defense, man. I want to see a Raiders defense. That's what I want to see. Let's see here. Pookie and Ray Ray says you might have to trade 2 of your key offense for a new lineman. That's the fundamental factor. Yeah. There you go. There you go, man. Look at one of the best teams in the NFL, man. Look at the Niners, man. That O-line is fortified. That D-line is fortified. They got playmakers everywhere. They drafted well. All they were missing was a quarterback. And they got a 7th-round rookie to win some games from it. And guess what? Jimmy G had most of Raider Nation fooled, talking about he gonna come here and do what? Come on now. Let's see here. Let's see. We couldn't win on either line of scrimmage today. Yeah, we got dominated. You got dominated. That was so bad about this game is the fact that we played a bad team and we got dominated on both lines, D-line and O-line. Let's see. Two Stock says, how many years are we going to go to blame the O-line? It's coaching. Hey, keep it respectful, man. Keep it respectful. I don't know why I didn't see that coming when you said that last part, man. Keep it respectful, man. That's my guy, Black Sales Sports. He knows what he's talking about. He definitely thinks the coaches is an issue. He's just outlining the players are not playing well as well. And I agree. I agree to a certain extent. But for me, the full main focal point to me is McDaniels ain't it. And we're not going anywhere with McDaniels and Dave Z. And no one's really talking about Dave Z like that. We're kind of focused on McDaniels, but you got to understand, like, these contracts that Dave Z is signing, Chandler Jones, you know what I mean, Jimmy G, they're not looking too good. You know? They're not looking too good. But yeah, man, that's my guy, Black Sales Sports, man. You had me down with that last part, but nah, man, they keep it respectful, man. But I appreciate you coming through, Two Stock. Dodgers, everything. It's not that JM doesn't have confidence in that Tram. He doesn't have confidence in his play calling. Hey, man, he doesn't have confidence in general. Man, what are you doing? How do you not go for it in 4th down? No one's really talking about it. I'm sure somebody's gonna, after I get off, people are probably gonna be talking about that. Where he went for it. He didn't go for it on 4th and 4 in the 40-yard line. We kicked the 41. Hindsight is 20/20. We missed the field goal, but I was just like 4th and 4. I thought we were in that day and age where analytics is being used, where we're like, you know what, this is a good time to actually go for it on 4th down. You're on the other side of their 40. Yeah, you can kick a 41-yard field goal, but let's start this game with a statement and score a touchdown. You got Devontae Adams, you got Jacoby Myers, you got all these route runners, you got Michael Mayer, and you don't want to utilize these pieces to get another 5 yards to start the game well. Instead, he kicks a field goal. We miss the field goal. Then the Bears come back. They score a touchdown, dominating the run game. And the rest is history. The rest is history. Oh, man. Hey, man, appreciate the let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me put this. Hey, Black Sales Sports in the building, man. Let me give you the right. Give me the. Appreciate the super chat. He says, I agree with you, bro. McDaniels is trash for sure, but Ziegler had money and cap, and this is the roster we have. Oh, yeah. Look. Now that you said that, we on the same page. And if you heard me just a few months ago, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. Ziegler is someone that no one's really talking about him. But I think Raider Nation is probably like, oh, if McDaniels goes, then Dave Z's going to go too as well. But like Ziegler's part of the problem too. They all need to go. Shit, man. But man, appreciate the support, my brother. We got a lot of hoes, man. You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying about that. Man. But look, man. Hey, my guy, Raider Tiger in the building, man. Where's your smarten up? See, this is where Mark Davis, man, he over here talking about smarten up, but hey, man, if he doesn't fire McDaniels after the season, then he needs to smarten up. I'm just saying, but you know, he's a billionaire. He's doing well. He's smart enough right now. He got $1 billion. So I can't really talk too much mess about him as far as that. But as far as football and deciding who needs to run this franchise, man, hey, man, he need to get the right people in the building to make that decision. And it's because he's proven that he hasn't been able to do that. Right. They decided to bring back that same O-line from last year. They were good with that. Let me see. Make this. Raider Tiger says, wow, they really started Hoyer, stayed with them in the second half, then pulled them in garbage time. This is just telling how ego-driven the regime is, or the sabotage is real. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it, man. But it's still you know, at the end of the day, I'm reacting to this game as much as everybody else. Still 11 games left. So a lot can happen in the 11 games. But right now, I'll tell you right now, I just don't think that McDaniels should be the head coach of the Raiders. It's just that simple. It's that simple. He has not. It's like what? How many games in, and he hasn't proven. Like, man, is this? I'm still questioning. Like, is he a good head coach? He's not a winner as a head coach. Maybe as a coordinator. Maybe as assistant. Maybe, you know, with Bill Belichick, he might be the right guy for the job. Black Sales Mumford is good. Mumford's good. 7th round pick, otherwise below average. Yeah, they didn't really invest too much. I mean, Dylan Parham, I believe, was a 3rd round pick, but he's kind of showing up like on tape, you know, getting overpowered by some players, you know. Yeah, like you mentioned right here. Look, you said Dylan Parham gets pushed around like a kid. Is he out of position? Is he going to be better as a center? You think he should stay as a rookie? I mean, stay as a guard? You know, it is what it is, man. But I appreciate everybody coming through, man. It's been a great show, man. Pure comedy. It's like divine intervention. For real, man. I try to keep it real. Smart enough, you know, man. Hey, man, for real. Let me take this off real quick. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. It's been a great show. But I'd rather be a great show with the Raiders win, but obviously they lost. We were able to react to the game, talk some football, man. Get a little therapy in, man, after a tough loss, after Raiders loss, man. But I appreciate everybody coming through. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. And yeah, man, hey, like I said, man, the next time I go live will be on Tuesday on Undrafted. That's the name of the show, man. Make sure to hit that notification bell and hit the like button. Hitting that notification bell will help you get notified the next time we go live. So yeah, man, make sure to support us as usual, man. We'll be back Tuesday, man. right now I'm kind of like I'm mad at this team right now. I'm pissed off at this team. By Tuesday, I should be a little bit more calmer. We'll have a lot to talk about. We'll talk about the game as well as the next opponent was the Detroit Lions, man. But yeah, man, y'all enjoy y'all Sunday. Have a great day, man. Peace.
Great Pharaoh, the gift of Troy is a fabulous fabric from the land of the 5 rivers.
Believe that the greatness of the Raiders would be in its future.
Just win, baby.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.